All right, hello again, everyone. Uh, we're going to talk about different targets and what makes a good target, or what we should think about when we're thinking about targets. Right. So, one, the size of the target. Bigger targets easier, smaller targets harder. Distance that we're standing away from our target, closer is easier, further away is harder. The height of our target. If we put our target up higher, it might be a little bit harder. All right. So typically, if your target is about the same size as the object you're throwing or kicking, that makes things a little bit more challenging. All right. So you can see that the box is a little bit bigger than the ball that I'm kicking, right? So that would make things a little bit easier, right? Now, sometimes we can use a target that can kind of move or change directions a little bit, which makes for kind of a challenge that is continuously changing. All right. Now, in this setup, right, I'm just using a cardboard box standing up, and it's a much bigger target than the ball, so it should be a little bit easier. But what's interesting is that there's a little edge that makes it a little bit more challenging. So I have to kind of change my approach. I'm somewhere between an underhand throw and an underhand roll to trying to get the ball to bounce into the box. All right, so we're changing our skill to meet the demands of the game, right? So the game of rolling the ball into the box, I have to change it a little bit. It can't be a full roll. All right, now with this setup, right, if I roll the ball too hard, it's going to bounce out of the target. All right, so I need to kind of change my approach and change the way that I'm rolling the ball or throwing the ball into the target. If I slow it down a little bit, I can get it to land inside the box. All right, so these are things that we have to change and adapt based on uh, our setup, based on what the target looks like, based on what kind of surface we're rolling the ball on. All right, these are all things that people think about when they're playing target games. A target could also be the space in between two objects, right? So we could play a game where I'm rolling in between the two foam pins, right? And each clean or clear one is a point, and then that could be game over if I hit the target. All right. Also, rolling under targets, right? Maybe a coffee table, maybe even if somebody is standing, you can roll the ball between their legs, right? And then if we change the space in between the targets and we go the other direction, it becomes a little bit more narrow and a little bit more challenging, right? So we could use this as a target and kind of change the game a little bit by going in the narrow side of the target. All right. Also, another ball could be a target. You could put one ball as the target, and you could try to roll or underhand throw the ball to hit the other ball, just like in the game bocce ball. Right. And also, there's always this, which is everybody's favorite target: get the laundry in the basket. All right. So be creative, use your imagination, and I'd love to see how you turn regular things into a fun target game. All right. Have a wonderful day. Go practice. Bye.